Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Keisha Niktagina from student number 2052436. In this video, I would like to summarize what I have learned in Methodology Study Islam course from meeting 1 until meeting 13. Okay, meeting 1 with title Pengantar Methodologi Studi Islam. In the first meeting, we learned the basic concept of Islamic studies methodology. It is a scientific approach to understanding Islam in a systematic and objective way. This topic became the foundation for all the following lessons because it introduces us to the purpose and methods of studying Islam academically. Meeting 2 with title Sejarah Pertumbuhan dan Perkembangan Studi Islam di Dunia. In this meeting, we discussed the historical development of Islamic studies. It began during the Prophet Muhammad's time and continued through the classical and modern periods. This shows that Islamic knowledge has continued to develop along with civilization. Meeting 3 with title Agama dalam Kehidupan Manusia. This topic explains the importance of religion in human life. Religion provides moral guidance, spiritual values, and direction for daily behavior. It also helps people build good relationships with God and with others. Next, meeting 4. Karakteristik dan dimensi ajaran Islam. We learned that Islam has universal and balanced teachings. Its dimensions include faith, worship, morality, and social interaction. These aspects work together to create a complete way of life. And then meeting 5, Islam sebagai gejala budaya. This meeting explained that Islam is not only a religion, but also a social and cultural phenomenon. Islamic values can interact with local traditions as long as they do not contradict Islamic teachings. This makes Islam adaptable in different societies. And then in meeting 6, metode dalam studi Islam. We studied several methods used in Islam studies, such as historical, sociological, philosophical, and normative approaches. Each method provides a different perspective in understanding Islam. Therefore, choosing the right method is very important. And then meeting 7, penelitian agama dan penelitian keagamaan. In this meeting, we learn the difference between research on religious teachings and research on religious practices. The first focuses on sacred text, while the second studies how religion is practiced in society. Both approaches are important in academic researches. Next, in meeting 8, model penelitian tafsir. This topic introduced several models of Quranic interpretation. We learned that the Quran can be understood through different methods depending on the purpose of the study. These methods help us understanding the meaning more accurately. And then in meeting 9, model penelitian hadis, we also learned how hadis is studied. Researchers examine both the chains of narrators and the content of the hadis to ensure its authenticity. This process helps Muslims understand reliable teachings of the Prophet. And then in meeting 10, ijtihad sebagai sumber dan metode studi Islam. This meeting discussed the concept of ijtihad. It is the effort of qualified scholars to solve new problems based on Islamic principles. Through ijtihad, Islamic law remains relevant to changing times. And then meeting 11, Islam pada era globalisasi, we learn about the impact of globalization on Muslim societies. Technology and communication create many opportunities for learning and spreading Islam. However, Muslims also face challenges in maintaining their identity and values. Next, in meeting 12, Dinamika Islam Kontemporer, this topic focused on current issues in the Muslim world. We discussed changes in education, economics, politics, and technology. Muslims are encouraged to respond wisely while remaining faithful to Islamic principles. And the last meeting 13, Kawasan Studi Islam. In the final meeting, we learned about the different areas of Islamic studies. These include normative, historical, social, cultural, and contemporary studies. Together, these areas help us understand Islam more comprehensively. In conclusion, methodology studi Islam has taught me that Islam can be studied not only from a religious perspective, but also through scientific methods. This course has improved my critical thinking and broadened my understanding of Islamic knowledge. I believe these lessons will be very useful in my academic journey and in my daily life. Thank you for watching my video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.